Hi, I'm Dan, the priest at Church of the Advent in Walnut Hills, and in September we will be having a class called Roots, a reintroduction to the Episcopal Church. It'll be meeting on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. There will be dinner served, and we'll be having a lot of conversation about exactly what makes the Episcopal way of being Christian distinctive. So to set that up, I thought I would tell you a little story. So in the late 19th century, Christianity was refiguring out how to be a global religion. It was pretty global in its first 1,000 years, but it had become very centered on Europe, and now at the end of the 19th century, it was connecting across the planet. New denominations and branches of the church were having to work together on all sorts of different problems, and so the idea emerged that maybe this was the historical moment to put the Christian church back together into one universal Christian church. Nobody quite knew how to do this, but it seemed like a good project to work on. In 1870, an Episcopal priest named William Huntington Reed wrote a fairly lengthy essay called The Church Idea. He tried to lay out a set of 4 basic points that he said defined the Christian faith in its most basic way possible. He imagined that this might be a framework for putting the church back together, and he thought that the Episcopal or Anglican churches might be the people to host the conversation because of Anglicanism's history holding difference and disagreement. So the 4 points he came up with became known as the Anglican Quadrilateral. They were approved by the Episcopal Church. They went to the highest ranks of the Anglican Communion. All the churches descended from the Church of England around the planet. It was approved, and the invitation was given to every group of Christians on the planet. If you would like to reunify, here are 4 points, a very simple definition of what Christianity is. Come, let's put the church back together. Nobody showed up. It turned out people weren't really interested in the Anglicans hosting that conversation. But what Anglicans realized at the end of this long process was that in these 4 points of the Anglican Quadrilateral, they may or may not have created a good definition for what Christianity is, but they had created an excellent definition for what Anglican Christianity is. And ever since then, that set of 4 ideas, the Anglican Quadrilateral, has been used as kind of a basic definition for the Anglican way of being Christian. That's what we'll be exploring in our class. Each week we will take 1 point of the quadrilateral and we'll go as deep as we can in 2 hours discussing it. I hope you can be with us.